It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight, we'll see the Raptors playing against the Celtics. Looking at Boston, now this is a grudge match. They lost in the conference finals against this squad last season. It could get chippy. And Kemba Walker, a leader for this team, a catalyst. Kenny, talk about what he brings to the table.
Winning. You know, we saw that at Connecticut where he led his team to the national championship, and he's fearless in the big moment.
And you like his work ethic. He's gotten better every year, a leader by example, Ernie.
And that'll wrap it up. We take you courtside. Thanks for joining us.
Don't you mean tape it up?
You tape it up.
Everyone in their seats here in Boston to watch the Celtics on the home court. Along with Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. Boy, do we have a... Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Thank you.
All right, David. Kevin, your drive and attention to detail were phenomenal. How do you deal with rookies who were largely uninformed? They were maybe not as receptive to the attention to detail that the elite like you pursued.
Well, one of the things I would do if I saw a guy who wasn't as keen to detail as I was, I would pull him to the side. I would show him, some of the things I would see. I would get, some dialogue with him and what he was seeing, and then try to get him to see what I was seeing as far as the point I was making. And then, challenge him a little bit to be a little more present within certain things and then apply it. I don't believe in shouting. I don't believe in embarrassing someone. I like to always, grab some of the young guys because the young guys don't have all the confidence yet. So I'm trying to build confidence with the young guys.
Good point.
So when you get them one-on-one, you're able to, have an intimate conversation and then you have full, they're engaged and talking to you.
Yes.
And that's what you want. So, with that, I've always found it better to go one-on-one to the side and to find it to be a lot more efficient.
Here are the five for the Raptors. We've got Robert Covington. Skinny is out there with Caldwell Pope. Then it's Thompson, and it's DeRozan in at the three, the small forward.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Good on the bucket.
Oh, Kyrie dazzling on the drive. One of the best in the league at that.
And it's the Raptors' ball. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
And facing a squad that poses some challenges. I mean, they beat them in the playoffs, but lost the regular season series.
Just 5 on the clock. Skinny the pass to Thompson. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Pass to Tatum. Banked in off the glass.
What a polished scorer is Jason Tatum. Use your physical gifts and get to work.
Here is Skinny, covered by Irving. Skinny the pass to Thompson. And it's blocked. Outside Irving from 13, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
Well, sometimes it's about shot selection, and Kyrie Irving finds the weakness in the defense consistently.
Here is Skinny, turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. And the type of leader you are, Kevin, the idea of coaching must have crossed your mind at some time. Am I right or no?
Oh, no. Listen, I like to think...
Too much?
You know what? You have to have a certain patience with coaching. I like to think of myself as a teacher. I like to think of myself as being able to articulate certain things about the game, having a high IQ, being able to translate that from, how I'm thinking to showing you. Those are the things that enthusiastic about, some stuff I want to show them. I don't have any enthusiasm about being out here, X's and O's, drawing up a play. That, man, being a coach is a huge responsibility.
And if they couldn't match your intensity, I'm sure that would frustrate you as a coach,
No,
right?
you have to understand that not matching my intensity, but getting a goal done. You know, how you go about something is your way. As long as we're here to reach the same goal.
Yes.
You know, I can't tell you how hard to do something, but I will hope that you would do it hard enough to where it was preventative or however hard it took to reach the goal. And, you know, I've always said that if I'm able to teach someone and get them to work with me, I would hope that they would put some velocity in it in the hopes in which I win at it. That's the only way you got to go at it.
Well said. Good work there as it goes. Skinny's got his second bucket of the night.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Here's Irving. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
Here is Skinny. He's covered by Irving. Here's Skinny. And there's the dunk to finish it off.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
And if you're sensing a concern, best thing you can do is call timeout.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. You've got to get this game under control. I think he sees some adjustments he can make.
And now look at Robert Covington. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And right now, he's just a role player, but he's working hard and contributing in spurts.
Well, we've certainly seen flashes of what this guy can do, but he has got to find a way to consistently do it if he wants to be a starter.
Kev, talk about the characteristics needed to be a winner in this league.
Appetite. How much do you want this? Can you push through that pain right there? Are you going to dive on the floor? You're going to do the small things. You know, are you going to double down? Are you going to be in the spot where you're supposed to when you're supposed to be there? You know my bags. You know, all this goes into winning. And then you need a little luck. You do. And you need an appetite. You need 15 guys that's willing to push through anything at any moment. That's the difficult part of winning.
On the same page.
On the same page, all 15 thinking the same thing.
Yeah. That sounds daunting.
Listen, people think that, oh, man, why can't you have 15? Because it's 15 guys thinking 15 totally different things.
Skinny.
That's the difficult part of being a coach. That's what I'm saying. Being a coach is one of the hardest things to be because you got to take 15 perspectives and get them all on one and then go forward with the same velocity like you want to. It's frustrating.
Covington against Irving. Brown outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Well, to me, that's excellent timing from Jaylen Brown. He shoots with confidence, knowing his teammates trust him.
The Celtics have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Tatum passes to Irving, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
Toronto calls timeout. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, terrific performance, really synced on both sides of the ball.
Well, especially offensively. The chemistry these guys have is infectious, and it really shows.
And now a look at Jason Tatum. Last year, getting it done. 7th in three-point field goal percentage. And a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, top 10 in the league, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets it going. Here's Skinny. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. For Toronto, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Hunter's checked in for ball. He hits both from the stripe. And Kevin, you talk about your rivals at that big man position. Who comes to mind among guys you played against and have the most respect for?
I got a lot of respect for guys in our league. Shaq, Rasheed Wallace, Dice, Charles Barkley, Carmelo, to name a few, Chris Webber, a ton of respect. But when it comes to the cream of the cream, Rasheed Wallace and Tim Duncan always brought out another side of me. I would say Chris Webber too, because Chris Webber is my idol. And those guys brought out the better side of me. And I like to think that I dug deeper with those guys and playing up against those guys. If you want to see what you are in this league and all that stuff that you've been practicing and working on in the gym, those players, those moments are going to pour those times out of you. And that's what true essence are. And only the elite understand that. Only the elite understand the matrix. And things slow down and you really are dominating the game on both ends.
Different world.
Different world, different flow, different mindset, different type of character.
Here is Skinny. He's got 10.
Skinny.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. And the Celtics with possession here. Now Tatum. Outside Irving. Four on the shot clock. Here's Hunter. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here is Skinny. He's got 12. Fade away, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. Skinny's got 14 points for the game.
6 of 8 from the field, 75%. Just scoring the ball at will.
A nice shot by Tatum.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Here's Skinny, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Boston called for the foul. Honor shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And Kevin, looking back at all the discussion and interviews over the years, you make a lot of analogies to food. Are you a foodie at heart?
Oh my God. Kev, I am not a foodie.
Really?
Kev, I eat to live.
Well, you know about it.
I eat to live, but I don't want to fool you. I eat to live. Listen, sometimes I forget to eat. Is that bad? Is that bad?
Well, as hard as you work, there's probably a lot on your
Listen,
mind.
man,
I can get that.
Listen, I like to. A big plate of food scares me. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to keep going on that analogy. A bunch of food. I don't want to keep going on that. Just know that I'm not a foodie. But when I explain things, I like to articulate things in which where people can understand it. So I use food right away.
Good way to connect the dots.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Parallels in life and food are very similar, man.
Good.
Boy, he's just been so consistent, right? I mean, every time he's gotten to the stripe, he's delivered. This is great stuff.
Now a timeout called by Boston. It's been quite a game for Skinny.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
The pass to Hunter. In the corner, Irving with it. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Then we know this. When Kyrie Irving starts to get going on the offensive end, he's really tough to contain. An incredible scorer because you know he can hurt you from any area of the floor.
A second chance effort. He lays it
Cummings.
in. And the Raptors lead by 2.
And very little defense here to start the game.
Boy, both teams. Rolling right now on the offensive end. We got a little barn burner cooking.
Hunter kicks to Irving. And it's off from 3-point range. Passes it to Skinny. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
With a player they're this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
Here's Walker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Doc Rivers, your coach with the Celtics, such a great leader. Brought your the Celtics shooting a 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And that one misses. For Toronto, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far.
Boy, what a thing of beauty by DeMar DeRozan. His eyes are up. He locates his teammate. Just so pretty, Kevin.
Celtics trail by 4. And for the Raptors, they've got Tristan Thompson. Robert Covington out there with Caldwell Pope. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Skinny in at the point guard. Columbus, defended by Covington, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Take a look at Skinny, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
Out to DeRozan, 6 on the shot clock. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. 4-point game. Finished off the break. Skinny's got 24 points.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Another steal. Here we go, 1-on-1. And
Skinny.
jamming that one home.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
Guys, that's number 2 on him, and they do not need him to sit right away, but one more foul before the half, and he'll be headed to the bench.
Down low, here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And Kevin, you think about the importance of veteran mentorship for young players looking back. Who provided that mentorship for you?
Sam Mitchell, Terry Porter, shout to Doug West, shout to J.R. Ryder, shout to Christian Laettner. All of these are my vets, both good and bad. I'm learning something from all these guys. Shout to Kevin McHale, shout to rest in peace to the great Flip Saunders. These are all my vets who helped me progress as a guy and as a player. More importantly, took me under their wing, taught me finances, taught me about life, taught me how to be a young man, taught me about being professional, learning this book of business. When it comes to lockouts and all that stuff, when you have to be able to talk and negotiate your own stuff, you got to know the rules and know what it is. A lot of people don't know that the league is 2/3 of council, and you got to stay above that and understand how this whole monster works. And then, if you want to be an elite, you got to dedicate yourself in the gym. You got to dedicate yourself in the business. If you're trying to be a brand of something, you have to do all these things. When you look at Jordan, you look at Kobe, you look at these brands out here. These, LeBron has a brand. KD has a brand. You have to invest in yourself to be able to, grow this. This is the elite. I'm not talking about average. I'm not talking about good. I'm not talking about great. This is the elite. These are people that's going to be on and people that you're going to remember, for years to come.
Sounds like a lot. Sounds like a lot on the plate, though.
True legendary.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
You can see how long Thompson's arms are when he goes up to finish that alley-oop.
Celtics trail by 6. Down low, here's Ball. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Here's Skinny. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And he has been really good here at the free throw line in the first half. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Poked loose. Inside. Pass to Tatum from 12 feet out. And another basket for Boston. Kevin, we know the big markets offer more opportunities than just basketball. Does that make it impossible for small market teams, you think, to compete?
I think that as long as you have dollars in the market, yes, you can be competitive. I think that your GMs have to actually put forth some work and put forth teams. You got to find what groups of guys work together and then go out and try to foresee that. I think in a game where you're dealing with cash and you're dealing with being able to have ability to sign and trade players in this league, I think that you can make a competitive roster. There's no mishaps on
There's
what
enough
you can
money
do.
around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And player movement is more than ever now. You know, Pleasant.
Skinny.
That's how you attack. Wow.
How'd he do that?
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Third foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
The Celtics shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in the game.
Shooting for Boston. Columbus. Will be at the line shooting 2.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. Here is Skinny. He's got 32. Just 5 to shoot. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Raptors.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
The first free throw is good.
And he just seemed to have a little more fire in the first quarter than he has in this one. And it showed in all the trips he made to the free throw line. Those have dried up.
Celtics making a switch here. Irving's checked in. And Toronto also making a switch. Gins is checked in. Irving against Covington. That's tipped. Caldwell Pope outside. And it's denied.
Well, really improving as a defender. Jason Tatum has those long arms to redirect shots.
Down low. Here's Ball. Well timed.
Mo!
Straight to the bucket for the
Ball!
Ball's got 11. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here is Skinny. He's covered by Irving. Here's Skinny. Banked in
Skinny.
off the glass. Skinny's got 36.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
Now, here's Ball. He's guarded closely. He feeds it to Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, if he gets near the cup, Jason Tatum will leave no doubt. Woo-hoo!
Skinny the pass to Covington. That shot, no good.
Yeah, that's just a missed opportunity. Something there just a little off.
Yeah, simply a little bit careless, I think. Can't just throw it up there. You have to time these alley-oops perfectly.
Boston making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Then for the Raptors, Adams, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And Alexander subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Adams, the shot, no good. And the Celtics going the other way now. KG, I want to give you a special thanks for joining us, helping us with the call tonight. You always have a seat at this table to broadcast any of our games.
Oh, man, thank you, man. I appreciate you letting me come through, man. It was an honor, man, seriously.
We'll do it again soon.
Let me know, man.
That's
Let me
KG.
know.
That's the great Kevin Garnett. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. For the Raptors, Kenny, what do you think?
The differential is the free throw attempts. And that's one of the big stories in this game tonight. They were being so aggressive and so smart that all they could do on the defensive end was foul.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Never a shortage of motion on Soldiers Field Road as we welcome you back to historic Boston. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Skinny having a dominant impact in this game.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
Irving at point with Brown to his side. There at the backcourt. Tatum out there with ball. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. And the foul on Skinny. That's foul number 2 for him. Tatum wide open. He fires one. He nails it. And we're tied up. Tatum's got the first bucket of the third here for the Celtics. The Raptors shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Here is Skinny. He's covered by Irving. Pass to Skinny. And just an impossible shot to guard at times. Doris, when you think of that step-back jump shot in the league, it's lethal. And there are a couple guys who have perfected it.
Well, 2 in particular. James Harden, that step-back that he added is now unguardable. And Steph Curry as well. Those 2 men, when they decide to get to that step-back jumper, turn the lights out, close the gym doors, and step back because it's going in.
Shot clock at 6. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
The Celtics with the lead. Covington with the steal. Here is Skinny. He has 38 in the game. And it's Thompson with the jam.
What about the strength from Thompson there to go up, take the hit, still convert the play? Nice.
Hunter's checked in for the Celtics. And no doubt Brad Stevens, one of the most respected young coaches in the NBA. Dorsey doesn't try to coach around foul trouble.
You know what I love about Brad Stevens is he's always trying to question the norm, meaning he doesn't want to do something simply because that's the way it's always been done. So just because a guy has 2 fouls doesn't mean he automatically takes him out. I like that kind of out-of-the-box thinking.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The free throw drops for Hunter. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Take a look at Skinny. Always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Back to Irving. And the pass to Hunter. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Covington against Irving. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Thompson.
The D feels like it's everywhere. And that... Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown, good.
Well, you've got to get out on Jaylen Brown now. This is a young man who has shown great strides in improving his perimeter game.
Here is Skinny, covered by Irving. Caldwell Pope with a wide-open look. Drains it from beyond the arc. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket of the night.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
Well, both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Delt, he's covered by Thompson. Feeds to Tatum. Covington with the steal. Passes it to Skinny. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Raptors making a change here. Caspi's checked in. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes of dawn. Misses from close range. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Celtics. They trail by 1. Pass to Hunter. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Here's Skinny trying to get open as Thompson. Here's Caldwell Pope, and it's blocked by Brown. Outside Irving, from outside the arc, it's hauled in by the Raptors. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here is Skinny. He's covered by Irving, and it's Thompson with the jam.
You know, he might not be the focal point on an offensive team, but Thompson knows how to get his numbers.
Celtics trail by 3. On the wing, Brown. He's got 8 over Caspi, and it's Brown missing.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
Covington with the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Brown kicks to Hunter. Pass to Brown. 5 on the clock, and here's Irving. To end the drought. But they get it back.
AC!
Down!
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learn a lesson the hard way in that instance.
Skinny the pass to Thompson. It's tipped. Brown feeling out a bit. It's deflected, but he recovers it. Tatum against Caldwell Pope. There's Brown with the 3. Drills it from outside. Brown's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
Well, the whole vibe is an unselfish nature with this team, and Jason Tatum being a part of that. Pretty pass.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
And then Brown with the dunk.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
And the Raptors call time here. Doris, when you talk about coaching, aside from wins and losses, how can you gauge if a coach is doing a good job?
Well, you make a great point, Kevin, because if an organization is in a rebuild situation, then winning is almost impossible because you're outgunned and outmanned every single night. So
here is Skinny. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter to take the lead. The pass to Covington from the arc. Toronto with the fresh shot clock. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Here is Skinny, guarded by Walker. DeRozan's shot is off. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assistant.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Alexander is out there with Thompson. Then it's DeRozan, and there's Skinny, and it's Covington in at the 3 spot. Here's DeRozan. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
Here's Tatum. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Well, you know that Jason Tatum can score from any area on the floor. It's got to be a scary sight when this guy starts to get rolling.
Here is Skinny, guarded by Walker. Caldwell Pope outside. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And here's Boston. They're rolling. Here with a 9-point run. Walker against Covington. And Walker kicks the ball. Back to Walker. Just 5 to shoot. Dealt. And that one goes long. Toronto's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Stolen by Ball. 3-on-3. Here's Tatum. He drains it from the right block. Tatum's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics.
Well, do not let Jason Tatum get space in transition. He will make you pay.
And Skinny jamming that one home.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Celtics.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And here is Ball. Brown outside. Back to Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Wow, how about the long arms and the timing of Jason Tatum on the alley-oop? Nice.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here is Skinny, guarded by Walker. Here is Skinny. 6 to shoot. Here's DeRozan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, that's really good work inside from DeMar DeRozan. You know, he knows how to get position where a defender is almost forced to foul him.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Here is Skinny, guarded by Walker. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. A shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Tatum's got 10 points here in the second half. Here is Skinny, guarded by Walker. Covington with the bucket.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
And so it's Walker with it who brings it up for Boston. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Now here's Covington. Here is Skinny. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Celtics trail by 3. Now a timeout called by Boston. It's been quite a game for Skinny.
Well, he has got to be the only thing they're discussing in this huddle because the approach they've used on him has been a disaster. Changes need to be made. I don't know if it's a double team, switching matchups, but something's got to be done.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. We told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it. Kevin?
Skinny. Distance 3 is buried. Skinny's got 45 points.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Dell, he's covered by Thompson. Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
To the paint, it's deflected. Stolen by Thompson. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
What a turnaround in the second half. So much more accurate overall.
We have much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Walker against Covington. Walker the pass to Brown. Over to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. And Walker kicks to Ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Ball's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Covington with the bucket. And the Raptors lead by 9.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there, and instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Walker. To the inside. Ball with a wide open look. Sinks that one from the post. Ball's got 21.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
They'd be in a much deeper hole without his contributions, no doubt about it.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Juan Gomez, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Irving with it. Kicks the ball. And he's got 20.
He has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Right, you love the aggressiveness. This guy is willing to take over at the key opportunities.
Another bucket. Wow.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Passes it to Brown. Out to the right wing. Lets the three fly. Ball no good.
I think they could have gotten a better look right there. And he just a little over anxious, I think, to get that shot
Skinny. Good on the three-point shot.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the fourth, strictly from the perimeter.
Well, they've got the green light to pull the trigger from three, and I'll tell you, they put it to good use here.
Two open that time, made it look too easy. 25 points for Jason Tatum.
Boy, as aggressive as he's been, hitting all these shots, they're still behind.
Skinny the pass to Caldwell Pope. Now, Gomez. Back to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Skinny. Clock at 6. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Celtics making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. Toronto calls timeout.
Hey, guys, you know you never run out of things that you can improve upon.
I think, Greg, it's important to keep that hunger, right? You're always striving to get better and to change things up.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Skinny.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Five to shoot. And it is Skinny John with a nice jam.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Here's Irving from 13 feet. It goes down.
I'll tell you, you're not going to... find a much more confident basketball player. He always believes the points are going to come.
Here is Skinny, covered by Irving. Here's Skinny. Here's Thompson, got a piece of it. And here comes Hayward, leading the fast break. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Skinny the pass to Caldwell Pope. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Yeah, and then knifing into the middle. Caldwell Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
Ball with the bucket.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in, Kevin.
Pass to Thompson. Down low. Here's Gomez. Here is Skinny.
Oh.
Skinny. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the float.
Caldwell Pope outside. From deep, yet another bucket. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
And it's Irving with the ball for Boston. 9-point game. 1:10 left in the fourth. Brown against DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Brown missing.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
Ball with the rebound. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. No good from Irving. Here is Skinny. To the middle. The steal.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
No, nor am I, Greg. There's no question. They're too far behind. Not their best effort, for sure.
Shot clock at 5. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And so it's Toronto winning this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.